It's been super exciting so far. I got the opportunity to go on the caravan and spend some time with a couple of the big league guys and some alumni, and obviously Nolan. And then I got the opportunity to meet with a bunch of the fans in, Champaign, Bloomington, and Peoria, and got a super warm welcome. And I'm super excited to be a Cardinal.
Can you sort of walk through what that day of that trade was like for you? Because it was sort of unusual that one name comes out for a good couple hours. I mean, what's that day like?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened with the whole my name coming out and nobody else thing, but it was probably about a 25-minute period that it took from me having any clue at all to knowing that it was actually happening. I had just left my workout facility, got done working out and playing catch, missed a call from my agent, so I just called him back figuring he was just checking up on me, and he was like, hey, there's rumors going around, just don't decline any calls today. And I was like, all right, whatever. Call my dad and just give him a heads up, and not 10 minutes later while I'm on the phone with my dad, I get a call from front office personnel at the Rays, and he's like, hey, we're making a trade today and you're going to be a part of it. And it was obviously a little more personable and nice than that. But 10 minutes later, I got back to my apartment, and my buddies are texting me, hey, congratulations, you've been traded. And I said, I was responding because I didn't even have time to look at my phone. I said, I know I got traded, but who is it to? So I found out through them that I got traded to the Cardinals, and called my dad again. He was super happy. And then my second phone call was to Nolan, which got declined because he was playing mini golf, and he finally got back to me, and I was like, dude, you're not going to believe it. We're teammates again. And I don't think he believed me at first, and then he went on Twitter and saw that it was exploding with tweets and notifications, and he got super excited when he finally found out.
What did you know about the Cardinals in early St. Louis before you got traded? And when you heard it was St. Louis, what did you think?
Prior to being traded, I think I knew more about the hitting side than anything, just because that's all I'd talked to Nolan about. But, he spoke very highly in terms of the team's development and how they were treating their athletes and all that. So once I found out that it was the Cardinals, I was super excited and figured it had to be very similar on the pitching side. And I still haven't gotten an opportunity to meet everybody yet, but everyone that I have met has been super warm and welcoming to me. And, I'm super excited to get the opportunity to go down to Florida and West Palm Beach for spring training and get the opportunity to work with all those guys.
You got a taste of the fans these last couple days. They love their baseball here. What's that been like?
It's been awesome so far. They've all been very enthusiastic and very welcoming and generous to me. I love the culture and the atmosphere already. It just feels like a family. And I can't wait to, actually step on the field wearing a Cardinals uniform and represent them and show them what I'm all about.
Has it been kind of a whirlwind to go from when a trade actually happens and then only a couple of weeks later you're doing the whole tour and with a new team?
Yeah, not even a couple of weeks. I think it was almost 7 days exactly. But yeah, certainly not what I expected to be doing about a week ago. But, I couldn't be happier to be here, and I think, this is the right place for me right now, so I'm super happy about it.
Nolan said he was excited for the possibility to maybe get in for a live BP early in spring. Is that a shared excitement?
Yeah, that would be something for sure. We haven't faced each other since high school, so that would be fun. Definitely bring up some memories.
He said he probably would take you deep.
No comment. I disagree, but no comment.
He said when you guys faced each other before, you got the best of him, but that he hit some hard balls against you, so you think it'll probably be a pretty good matchup.
Yeah, definitely. He's always been a tough out. I enjoy facing him, but it's not fun being on the other side of the field of him. But yeah, I would certainly enjoy facing him again. I think it would be a pretty even matchup.
Do you have an idea what the Cardinals' plan is for you in terms of where you might start level-wise this season, what that looks like, or have you not quite gotten it?
All I know is I'm going to spring training, so I'm going to do the best I can there and let the chips fall where they may.
This is your first big league camp, right?
Yeah.
So what are you excited about in terms of that, a big league camp?
Honestly, the thing I'm most excited for is to get the opportunity to get in the clubhouse and, talk to some of the vets like Wainwright, and I got the opportunity to meet Flaherty and a couple of the other players this weekend. But just to get to learn from them and kind of be a shadow and, see how they go about their business and their routines and the way they carry themselves on and off the field, and try and, pick up some of those things and emulate them in my game.
You mentioned Flaherty. Have any of the guys given you any advice, or have you heard anything yet you're already picking up on?
The only advice I've gotten so far is show up a little bit early. Don't be late. But I think once I get down to spring training and we're actually on the field and doing baseball stuff more than like the fan stuff and all that, we'll get the opportunity to talk a little bit more about that kind of stuff.
What do you want Cardinals fans to know about the way you pitch, the kind of pitcher they're going to be seeing?
I'm gonna go out there and compete. I don't care what's going on. I don't care who steps in the box or what team we're facing. I'm gonna go out there and compete. I feel like I got a really good bulldog mentality, and every time I step on the field, I'm trying to give my team the best opportunity to win possible. So, whatever it takes to do that.
When you were growing up, is it possible that a current St. Louis Cardinal was maybe one of your favorite players?
Not favorite player, but I've certainly followed him and watched him growing up for a long time. When I was growing up, favorite players were Derek Jeter, and then I actually watched a lot of video on Sandy Koufax, even though he's a little before my time. I wore 32 almost my entire career, so that was why I wore that number.
It took you a little while to develop your slider. The slider came in after you were drafted.
Yeah.
How important has that pitch become to your repertoire?
Slider actually came my senior year of high school, but the way I was throwing it started blending together a little bit with the curveball, just because I was messing around with grips and stuff, and got with my pitching coach in Bowling Green this past season, and we changed my grip on it a little bit, and it's been way better ever since. I've been up to 88 with it, and it's a lot shorter, a lot later, a lot more difficult to pick up. And it's been nice because the curveball seems to be so big that I don't get a lot of swing and misses on it. It's more of a freeze pitch, so it's been nice to be able to have that as another weapon for, a two-strike swing and miss pitch or even early in the count.
Now, you've only been here, like a week.
Mm-hmm.
Can you speak to the difference between, like, the Rays organization and the Cardinals organization and just the differences between the two cultures there? Like, is there a difference?
I feel like it's hard to really tell, especially since I haven't gotten to, gel with a bunch of the players yet and get on the field with them or in the clubhouse at all. I loved everything about the Rays, and they treated me very, very well. So, I don't have anything bad at all to say about the organization or any of the guys in it. And so far, I've been given a very warm welcome from the fans and all the players that I've met this weekend. So, I'm looking forward to finding out more about that as I get to hang out with the guys a little more.
Does it excite you, though, to come to an organization that's, as historic as the Cardinals and has that rich history?
Yeah, certainly. Be able to be a part of the same organization as, players like Bob Gibson, who I've grown up studying and emulating as far as, like, the mentality and stuff. And Ozzie Smith, living legend. I'm super excited to be able to put on the same uniform as them and represent the city of St. Louis.
Any chance you've gotten to meet Sandy Koufax yet?
I have not. Hopefully one day, but I haven't yet.
Was it just knowing Sandy Koufax's name that piqued your interest? I'm going to go watch video of him, or was that recommended to you? How did that all begin?
Kind of helped that we were both lefties, but the pitching coach that I work with, I've been with him since I was 11 years old, and he's a very old soul, so he loves the old game and old school baseball and all that kind of stuff. So he introduced me to him, and then before that, actually, I found out who he was. I got just given the number 32 on my club team, and my dad was like, "Oh, who wore that number? Sandy Koufax, lefty." So he just made that comparison when I started actually diving into mechanical side of pitching and all that kind of stuff. He was someone that I watched a lot just to find any similarities or pick up anything that I could put into my game and have it be useful.